think we should probably begin. Hello there, sir. Today we're getting carpets. It's very dusty in here. Something very, very exciting has arrived. Christ. The painting is almost done. I'm not an organised person, but I've had to be. And I honestly cannot believe that this gets to be our home. Things have not really gone to plan for the last couple of weeks. That's too close. It's been a turbulent week. The end is in sight. I don't know why I'm crying. Hi guys, how are we doing? Welcome back to another vlog. I have realised this is actually a massive pet peeve of mine. I've edited a lot of videos, YouTube videos recently, and every time I do, my intro is the same, and I literally come on and I say, hey, I'm Steph. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. And I cannot break the cycle, and it is just annoying, and I hate it. So if anyone can think of a better intro, please let me know. But anyway, welcome back to another renovation vlog. We have lots to update you on this video. This jumps back to, I want to say, the beginning of April, maybe the middle of April. If you haven't watched any vlogs on the renovation process until now, I think there's like 5 or 6 for you to watch before this one, because we're quite near the end now. And we've got more in-depth videos in terms of everything that's gone wrong, what's caused the delays. But in case you can't be bothered to watch them, because they are quite long and there's quite a few of them, I will do a brief overview now.
So basically, we started a renovation last March. Lots of things went wrong with the foundations. We had to find solutions for those, and that didn't get sorted until July. It was supposed to be about 6 months from July until we moved back in. It's now been 10 months because we've had further delays, which we explain in this video. We are at the stage of finishing the decorating and final snagging list, so we are so close to moving in, and hopefully in this video you will also see some full room tours.
We are really grateful to have been in this position to renovate, and we understand that we have just got a little bit unlucky with certain situations, and this is not how every single renovation would go. We would love to use this journey to help anyone with questions so that you don't make the same mistakes as us. So if throughout this video you have any renovation related questions, please let me know in the comments, and if I have the answer, I'm happy to share it with you. We do also have an Instagram page where we're documenting some of the finer details in terms of paint colours, furniture links, decoration links. So the Instagram page is Inside the Snug. Come and join us and come say hey. You will also watch my sanity deplete throughout this video. I did have high hopes and aspirations that we'd be in at the end of April. It is now May the 24th. By the time you're watching this, it will be after May the 25th. You will find out throughout this video why there have been further delays. I do think we've just been a little bit unlucky, but hopefully the luck is on our side soon and things will be changing and we will move in and it will be amazing, and the hopes are still high. And the first clip that you will see is back in April when our living room started to be renovated, which was used basically as a storage room for a year and a half. So I hope you enjoy this video. Please let me know how you are. Please let me know what you think. If you do enjoy it, make sure that you leave it a little thumbs up, and would love to hear from you in the comments. I think that's everything. Let's get into it. Hello, so the main updates in here are obviously the doors have changed, which you can't see at the moment. We'll show you those in the kitchen. But the main update in here is the media wall. So come on in and I'll show you. So in here, the idea was we basically wanted a fake chimney breast that we're going to have a really nice big electric fireplace on. And before, we basically had a gas fire in here, and there had to be a little escape route for the air, which just meant that in winter, when we didn't have the fire on or anything, there was just a lot of cold air coming in because the vent couldn't open and close and stuff. It was just very drafty, and sometimes it's not like gas, so we've gone for an electric fireplace. We've built out this kind of fake stud wall. We want this room to feel really like intimate and cozy. We're calling this like the snug. So we're gonna have some cabinets, sorry, the dust. It's very dusty in here. The cabinets are kind of gonna go across the whole width with shelving above it. We're having LED lights underneath the shelves, so of an evening we can just like turn just those. Lewis always laughs at me because I say,
of an evening.
Of an evening? Is that not a phrase?
It's of an evening.
Of an evening? Well,
Yeah.
what would you say? In the
Right.
night time? Of an evening?
In the evening. Just like in the evening.
So in the evening?
In the nights. Of an evening.
After the sunset.
Carry on.
Anyway, so we're going to have LED strips underneath the shelves, and then like a kind of picture light at the top, even though it's not going above a picture. There's going to be a picture light above, which I think will look really nice. And the fireplace itself actually has LED lights built in, and the fireplace we've chosen, you can turn on just the fire, so it does this, but it gives off no heat, or you can do this and give off heat. Would you like that? Just so that in the summertime, if we want a cozy evening but it's warmer, we can just have the fire on, which will be lovely. We're then going to have a TV above here. I do actually need to find out if the TV is going to melt above a fireplace. We'll look into that, but this is all made of like firewood. Anyway, then lastly, then the same's going to be the other side in terms of like the cabinets and stuff. And then over here, this is going to be my favourite wall in the whole house. Basically, we have commissioned an artist to create a beautiful bespoke piece, which I'm going to talk you through. So she does more abstract art with kind of gold tones, and as you walk around a room, it dances. And she interviewed me with basically mine and Lewis's story, and she's incorporated lots of little Easter eggs within the piece that represent parts of mine and Lewis's relationship. So it's going to be a big piece here that we're going to have some panelling put around, and then again have a picture light over it. I think it's going to be pretty stunning, so very excited about that. The next exciting thing is our light fixtures and fittings have started to be screwed on, and these are stunning. I can't lie, when we were browsing for sockets and switches, some of them were coming in at £50 for one. One of these were £50, and I said no, hell no. So we've actually found these. These were like £6, I think?
It's like £7.
£7, but they're not 50. Anyway, Lewis's cousin Leighton is an electrician, and he recommended some really nice brushed brass fixtures and fittings, and they're now across the whole house, and they look stunning, don't they? They've just made everything just yes. So we have managed to save money on these, but they are more expensive than maybe just a plain white one, but I'm really happy with how they look. Step into my office. That's too close. This is where Lewis is going to be working. What? Plug socket underneath? Yeah, love that. This is where Lewis is going to be working. So these are going to have pocket doors. They don't officially slide yet, but you can kind of get the gist of them.
They're a bit clunky.
They are a little bit clunky. But when they do open and close properly, it's going to just look like a kitchen cabinet when it's closed.
So this is a game changer for working at home.
Yeah, so it looks like a kitchen cabinet, but when you don't want to work anymore, Lewis can just shut this, sign off from work, and I think it's going to be really lovely. But it also means, these pocket doors also mean that he's not like in a cupboard. Do you know what I mean? And we're thinking about getting some hooks put along here so that Lewis can have all of his medals from all of his races hanging, and then he can have a picture of me here that says I love you. And then every time he's working, he'll look at me and go, wow, how lucky am I?
That's exactly what I'm going to have.
Right, next update. Our next update are the kitchen doors. So we just wanted something that kind of was similar to what was originally here, but also with a bit of a modern twist. And I'll be honest, they're kind of that Crittall style, but they're not actually made of metal, they're made of wood, because when we got a quote for these doors to be the same as our sliding doors, they were more expensive than the sliding doors. So these were a really premium but cheaper option that have basically made us get the same effect that we wanted, but saving money. It just made everywhere feel so much brighter and more open and a lot more modern, but like still tailored and classic. Do you think? Is that how you would explain it?
I admit, I just say yes.
Oh, okay, right, yeah, he's just said yes this whole project. It's been great for me.
Cool.
Then on the stairs, we've actually had the side panels painted the same as the walls. So we're having all of these banisters and the side of the stairs painted the same as the walls, because we're then going to have a stair runner going up the stairs with like a black trim. The last updates are kind of in the master bedroom. So we've had our electrics start to be fitted. We're going to have a massive headboard across this whole wall. So we want it to feel like hotel room vibes. So we've got a light either side. We're going to have light switches either side, sockets either side, tables either side, and then a nice king size bed that we're going to get really nice bedding for to go in here. I've also sketched out how I want, or how I envisage our garden to be. This one. With like a seating area, a grill, some raised beds, some nice trees, some nice fencing with lighting, and just kind of best use the space of our quite small garden. And then lastly in here is where we have our Hammond's office that we're just getting replaced because there was a bit of damage to the worktop. So we are just having that redone today, so that then this room is completely finished. Right, my darlings, you must excuse the state of me. It's been a week. So, updates of the house. It's very exciting. The painting is almost done. I'll film when I go over later this week, but the media wall has been painted in. All the wires have been run from the media wall, and actually the cabinets and the shelves are being fitted this week, which is just going to change everything. So I don't remember if I told you, we needed to do it on a budget. We got quoted to have the media wall made bespoke. I gasped, said immediately no, and then looked at other options. So we had our handyman Andy, come and build out the media wall for us, which was built out of wood, fireproof plasterboard, and something else. And then our builders plastered it in. And then I found cabinets in IKEA that we measured and built the media wall to size. And the cabinets are 180 centimetres wide. I was worried that IKEA didn't do shelves that wide. I've just found them. They have a set of shelves that are 190 centimetres, so he can trim them to size. It will look really bespoke and hopefully quite premium. How exciting! It's really coming together and I cannot wait. Okay, so these are the tables. They've got like a nice marble top, and then this gorgeous wooden cladding is all the way around the tables. And there's one kind of shorter, wider table that will be like our main coffee table, and then a side table. I'll be honest, obviously the marble is just whatever we get. I don't love the big running strip down because there's not really one in this table, but they still look gorgeous, and yeah, I think they're just going to be perfect in the space. One of my best friends, Anna, asked what she could get me for my birthday, and she said, I'm sure you've got a spreadsheet of everything you want for the house. And I said, well, we are looking for an artificial olive tree, and oh my God, it's just perfect. And I've seen so many videos online of how people style it, like you can get some fake moss to put around it in the pot, and then it looks really real, and I think that in the living room is just going to be perfect, and I can't wait. Oh my God, guys, today is the day. So I have been in New York for the last week. I've not seen the house in 8.5 days, maybe 9 days. We're going over there today to see any updates and changes. The last thing that I saw was Handy Andy hanging some shelves in the living room, and I think lots of updates have been done since then. So we're going to go over, see what there is, and talk you through it. Let's go. The first update is a big one. So this is our living room. There's our media wall. The shelves have been put in. There have not been the bottom units put in yet because we need to wall mount these wires. And even though we've kind of built out this wall and built out the shelves, it doesn't feel too small in here, which is what we were worried about. Obviously it does at the moment because we're literally using it for storage of absolutely everything. But I think it's going to be really, really lovely in here. Then our utility room has started to be painted. So that is looking a lot better now that that wall is painted in the same colour as the kitchen to match the sage green. And then our WC has been painted in as well, and the colour looks beautiful against the tiles. So then the radiator has been fitted. We can have the toilet put in with the flush, the shelves put up, as well as the 2 additional lights, the mirror and the sink can be put in here as well ASAP this week. Then the kitchen, not many updates in here, but it does just feel so light and bright and open. Hello there, sir. Then the only main update really is that our bathroom is now clear. So you can see the shower area, we need to get the screen done ASAP. And then the sink area is just so pretty now, we can see it all clear. And then there's gonna be a his and her mirror, a nice light fitting in the middle, a little razor point there. And then this room is done. And I'll be honest, as much as we've come back and obviously things have been painted in and stuff, there's not as much done as I was hoping. Our electrician hasn't been on site clearly for the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks. He asked us to bring all of our light fixtures and fittings over so that he could start fitting them, and not a single one has been done in like 3 weeks, which is a little bit disappointing because if there's any knocks done to the paintwork now, it means then calling the painters back in, so they actually finish on Monday. If the electrician is coming in after Monday, any knocks that he makes, we've then got to pay a day rate for our decorators to come back out, which is obviously an expense that we didn't want to pay for. Whereas if the electrician was on site doing it in rooms that the decorators weren't working in, we'd still be in our day rate for them to go and do the touch-ups that may be necessary. And other little things that we had asked our builders to do also haven't been done. I was just hoping to come back and be a little bit wowed and be like, oh my God, we're so close, whereas I feel like we've not really made much progress since I was last here, which is frustrating. Just going to send a little note tomorrow, and hopefully, I'm praying that we're in the next 2 weeks, right? Like my plan was to start cleaning everywhere next weekend, to then move in the weekend after. Not sure how possible that's going to be. Something very, very exciting has arrived. Oh my God. Right, how do we get into this? There's more tape. Oh, wow. Oh, I love it. Oh, guys, it's absolutely gorgeous.
The gold is low. The gold is not.
It literally dances as you move. It's so beautiful. I feel like the lighting in here is not doing it justice, but when it's in our home, it's just going to be stunning. Hi there, I'm currently in the house. It is a Saturday. Lewis is away this weekend and it's bank holiday weekend. So we are starting to blitz some of the rooms. So here is one of the spare rooms, which as you can see, has been a dumping ground for the last 1.5 years. There is no way of getting to any of the cupboards and all the beds. So we are here to tackle a few of the rooms. So we're still quite far off moving in, but we have our carpets coming in some of the main areas in the house. So the living room, the office, the master bedroom. It's supposed to be the stairs and hallway, but I don't think we're ready for that yet. So we are trying to dust and clean those rooms so that the carpet can be set in like a completely clean room, basically. Because Lewis is away, Mum is currently helping me and she is in the office cleaning. I'm going to try and tackle some of this junk in this room. I think we should probably begin. To wear one of these masks, the dust in here is just too much. Managed to clear all of the boxes. I tidied up a lot of the units that are coming to be collected tomorrow to be taken away to a more loving home, and sorted through so many bits and bobs, so eventually this room can get redecorated and ready for any guests should we have them come and stay with us. Very productive day. Mum's cleaned out all of the office. It is spick and span ready for carpeting. As you know, I absolutely love this bathroom. It has brought our kind of Balinese dreams to life. However, there's a few issues that we really need to resolve. So first of all, we never chose this colour grouting against these beautiful tiles. It has just cheapened what could look incredible. So ideally we'd want the grouting to be more the kind of colour of the bulk of the tiles so that it just looks flush. Like imagine here, like you can't even see the grouting, it just looks like the fluted tiles. So that's point number one. Point number two. The flush is just not in the middle of the grouting line and neither is the toilet. So that is just ugly to the eye, like it could have just been moved over. For these tiles in general, we just don't really understand how the tiler has tiled it, because it's not like he started from the middle and worked his way out, because there's a large tile at the end, like a half a tile there, but like a quarter tile there, so it just doesn't really make sense. And then this cupboard, again, just really grinds my gears. So it was originally made to be the width of 2 tiles, but it overlaps here by the same amount that it kind of doesn't reach here. And again, the cupboard door is not in line with the grouting. So the whole of this section, you can't really see it because my lens is so zoomed in, but the whole of this section is just beyond uneven. So we're gonna have to remove the tiles from this entire wall up until about there, remove those, centralise the toilet and the flush so it's in line with that grouting, and then we're actually going to start the cupboard from this grouting line, and then we're moving the cupboard over to make it sit within those lines. And the doors have also been painted the wrong colour, so that again we need a colour that is closer to the tile so it blends in way more and isn't so garish and obvious. Other than that, we still love this bathroom very, very much. Hi my loves, I just thought we'd do a little check-in because things have not really gone to plan for the last couple of weeks. We are trying to stay positive, but basically I came back from New York and not everything had gone to plan, and there's a few things that are just delaying the process. So the lights had to be rechased out, which then caused obviously a hole in the wall that then had to be filled and repainted. So all of these areas that we thought were done and complete now need additional time and attention, which is obviously at the cost is then passed over to us. That didn't make sense. We're then liable for, which we shouldn't be, but we then have to pay for the decorating works, which is not ideal. So in our bathroom, you know, the Bali bathroom that I've been so excited about this entire vlog and this entire series, the finish is just not what we'd expected. So we're waiting to find out some solutions on what we can do to just centralise everything over, but obviously it's going to be a big expense. We're going to have to pay for new tiles because I think some of them are going to have to be stripped off. We're going to have to pay for the labour. It's just all adding up. We are so close. And it's fine because we are still so close, but I do feel like the last couple of weeks we've just gone backwards a little bit rather than kind of going full steam ahead to the finish line. Just feeling a little bit frustrated, and again, I don't want to sound ungrateful at all. Like, this is something that we have dreamed about for so long, and this is something that we are so excited about, and we're sharing this because we knew nothing, and we're just basically hoping you can learn from our mistakes. And I don't want it to come across as ungrateful at all. Like, we are just getting to the point now where we just want to move back into our lovely home and we want our little love bubble environment. I've just got this underlying feeling of being unsettled. The finish line has moved so many times, but it's really hard to keep finding the energy to sprint to the end. But the end is in sight and it will be worth it. And that's just what we have to keep telling ourselves. Today's a very exciting day. Oh my God, I'm buzzing. So we went to the house last night. Mum and I actually went because Lewis was away, and we hoovered everywhere because today we're getting carpets. It is arguably probably about a week or two premature, but we're going to cover it all and protect it all because I feel like I can't delay the carpets again. We've moved it back so many times and I don't want to mess around the company anymore. So we've just committed, and I'm excited for Lou to see the space because it looks so different. Some new additional lighting has gone up and it just looks fantastic. So I'm going to show you the house before the carpet guys arrive in about 25 minutes, and then I will show you it later today when the carpets have arrived. I'm getting updates left, right and centre about deliveries for things like our kitchen table, our chairs. We are so close. We are so close.
You're nailing it.
What do you mean?
The organisation of it is crazy.
I'm not an organised person, but I've had to be.
You are an organised person. You just have lots of things to organise.
But our living room has been completely cleared out and we've had the LED lights put in underneath the shelves. The panelling around the TV's been painted in and it just looks fantastic. And then this is where our piece of art is going and it's going to sit pride of place. Obviously the lights don't look that good at the moment because it is a beautiful sunny day and you don't need them, but at night time it's just going to be so special. The niche is in! That looks so nice. And then this has all been ripped out now. The new tiles have arrived, but everything's been made central to the midline of the grouting. That cupboard has now come up to this grouting line so that everything will just look a little bit more symmetrical and in line. Hello, we have a busy day at the house today. So very exciting news. We have our security system being wired and tested and put in. We have our shutters being fitted today. So on our windows, we want beautiful shutters so that not every room needs curtains, but also we've got the option for privacy and they're blackout and they're gorgeous. I think just the aesthetic of the white shutters in every single room is going to look really, really beautiful. So they're being fitted today. And also our dining room chairs are arriving. No idea where we're going to store them because we have nowhere left to store them, but I'm actually going to be working from the house today and I will show you the updates as and when they happen. We also have our electrician on site fitting certain light fixtures as well as the LED strips around the plinth, around the island and stuff, which I think is going to look really smart. So I will hopefully have more of an update later for you today. Okay, so here is the staircase. It's been covered in protective plastic because the work is obviously not finished yet, but it is coming together and it looks absolutely stunning. Then the other update is our fireplace is in. It looks incredible. Then the next big update is the shutters. So in every room we've got these gorgeous shutters and these were made bespoke to kind of match the setup of our windows. I think it looks really good with the radiator and everything going on really. And then the last update is just our hanging light in our bedroom has been put up and so have the shutters, and it's all starting to come together in here with the carpets as well. It just looks absolutely lovely. Hello, I feel like it's been a long old time since I checked in with you and shared any updates on the house. So I'm going to go over there later today and I will show you all of the updates that we've had. So the gym is starting to be decorated, which has been a long time coming. The living room is so close. I think we're pretty much there except from the carpets, and we need to fix a part of the fireplace. So I'll show you that when we're there. The bedroom is pretty much ready for furniture now. All of the lights are in. And we're starting to think about the remaining rooms. So it's really funny. We've gone through all of this kind of like turbulence and stress, but it's only really maybe like a third to 2/3 of the house that's actually finished. We really focused on our kind of like main areas, so we wanted to make sure that we had somewhere to eat, somewhere to chill, somewhere to sleep and somewhere to work out, and obviously somewhere to pee. So they're kind of the main areas that we have focused on, but we do know that we do have the spare bathrooms and like some guest bedrooms to renovate over time. They're mostly cosmetic changes. Bathrooms are obviously more expensive, garden is obviously going to be expensive, but in terms of the bedrooms, give them a little lick of paint, maybe a little bit of new furniture or some upcycled furniture, and then they will be good to go to have people in. So we thought, whilst there's still disruption and chaos going on, we might as well start thinking about it. So we've been working with a virtual interior designer called Platino Projects, and they kind of do 3D renders. And when I do like the big reveal of the house, I'll show the original house, the 3D render, and then what we've ended up with, just so you can kind of see the transformation, but also see how alike the finished product is to the 3D render. It's incredible. But for the bedrooms, because it's literally a lick of paint, change of carpets, and potentially like new curtains and maybe a new bed or like just different decor pieces, they've just created us a bit of a mood board. When we found our sofas, we found this gorgeous bed that wasn't going to work in our bedroom, but we knew we wanted it for one of the spare bedrooms. So we're actually designing one of the rooms around this particular bed. We've decided we wanted to go for like a sagey green colour. So I went to a paint shop yesterday and oh my god, the guy in there was so helpful. He gave me all of these different booklets and brochures. So then he was like, look, if you're going to do samples of paints, because I'm not going to lie, look, how many greens there are on that page alone. He was like, you'll get overwhelmed with any more than 5. So I was like, okay, that's fine. So I chose the 5 paints that I was thinking of, and I've gone for 5 colours. So I've gone for Breakfast Room Green from Farrow & Ball. I've gone for Cork Green by Farrow & Ball, Heritage Velvet Matte Sage Green, Velvet Matte Rosemary Leaf, and another Farrow & Ball colour, which is Whirlybird. He was like, here's what I'd advise. Take these 5 bits of card, paint the pieces of card, let them dry, cut them out so there's no white borders, and then stick them with blue tack around the room in different areas. Go and check it at night time when the light's on, go and check it in the daytime, check it opposite a window, check it next to a window, because it's going to look really different in different spaces. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to paint these 5 bits of card with the different colours and then go and pin them in the room. So hopefully whilst the rest of the house is being finished and there's still chaos and disruption, we can think about getting that room painted, because we've already paid for our carpets. We just need to clear that room, get it painted, and then have that carpet ripped up, which I think is going to make a huge difference. I'm going to do that now. And this is the first time I've been in the house completely by myself in a really long time. So I've always been here either working through problems with builders or electricians or plumbers, or maybe with Lewis and my parents, like looking around for things that are wrong. This is the first time that I've walked into the property since it's obviously been developed and just walked around to get a feel for what it's going to be like to live here. And I honestly cannot believe that this gets to be our home. It makes me feel really emotional and really, really grateful. I know it's been a long time coming, and I think as much as I've kind of shared the journey with you and things like that, I've been really careful with what I've said in terms of alluding to the stress that has come with this entire project, because I know how lucky we are. I know how lucky we are to own a home and to be in a position to renovate it, and I never want to come across as ungrateful or like a spoiled brat because things have gone wrong. Things have gone wrong. It has cost us extra money, time and energy that we weren't prepared to put into this project. However, the fact that this gets to be ours at the end of it makes me really emotional. And the reason why it makes me emotional is not because we get to have this beautiful home, but it's who we get to share it with. And I'm just so excited for the memories that we get to make with family and friends that get to share this with us. I don't know why I'm crying. I think it's because it's relief that we are so close now. And I just feel, my heart just feels so full, because I'm looking around this kitchen and I'm like, is this kitchen the kitchen where we hopefully will bring home a baby? Or is this kitchen where Lewis's grandparents will come and stay with us for the first time, and where I'll sit and have chats with my mum? And it's not about the house, it's about the home that we're going to be able to create here, and the safety that comes with that. And I'm just really overwhelmed with how our dream has come to life. And this is something that we've thought about I thought about this before I even knew Lewis. Like, I've had a Pinterest board going before we even met, and the fact that this has surpassed what I thought was possible on our Pinterest board just means the world. And I just feel, God, it's hard to put a name on the emotion. I feel relief that it's almost over. I feel gratitude that we've managed to do it. I feel this overwhelming sense of just love and appreciation. I just feel very, very grateful. The kitchen is at the heart of the home, right? I just know we're gonna have so much fun dancing around this kitchen, and it does not feel real. And I don't think it will for a long time, and I hope it never does. I hope I never walk into this kitchen and go, oh, do you know what I mean? I hope every time I open the doors to this kitchen, I go, wow, this is ours. And I think if ever I lose that feeling, someone needs to slap me, because this is just everything I could have ever dreamed of and more. And I'm just so inarticulate, apparently. So the plan of action for today is we've basically had things in bags upstairs for months and months and months that are covered in dust, and it's clothes that I've not thought about in a year and a half and not even thought to wear. So I'm going to take it all back with me now, and I'm going to sort it either into things that need to be washed, or things that need to go to charity, or things that need to be sold, and just to have a massive clear out of that room. We also have boxes of things, of like pots, pans, cutlery, plates, and I want to do a bit of an inventory stock list of what we have and what we may need to order in time to move in. We also need to make some decisions on colours for the spare room. I feel like my default emotion is cry. I don't really know how to process my emotions. It just comes out in tears. So apologies for that. But yeah, just feeling, I want Lewis to come over so that he can come and enjoy this too. So this is the task at hand today. Oh, it doesn't look that bad. Let me bring you down. There it is. I'm dripping in my own sweat and it is not cute. This room is still a bit of a mess, I'll be honest. This is the room where I think we should paint the entire room a shade of green. So the plan would be to have every single crevice of wall space this colour. The colour is TBC, that's what I'm here to try now. I'm going to pin them up here. Couldn't find any blue tack, but did find glue dots, 64 removable sticky dots. Parkour. That's a slightly more grey. Oh, that's a bit blue. I think I already know which one I want, but it's good to do the test, isn't it? That's too dark. Immediately no. Oh, I quite like that. Right then, they look like a child's. Christ. Fuck's sake. Damn it. So there are 5 colours. I hate them all. Really good. Nah, I think bottom right or top left is my fave. I'm so out of breath. Right, the last thing that I need to do is I've just realised that there's freaking clothes in every freaking wardrobe. I don't know why I have so much shit, so you can't even see me. But from here on out, I'm living a minimalist life because this, I didn't even know I had this stuff and it's been in here for a year and a half. That's so bad. What even is that? I don't know what half this stuff is. But just basically sort through it all and decide whether I'm keeping it or not, and just can't even speak. The likelihood of it is I'm not keeping it because I've not even thought about it or known of its existence for the last however long. There's a whole freaking wardrobe there full as well, it's disgusting. Ugh! So yeah, I'm gonna sort this out. I just bought a grey jumper and I've got one here. And then I'm just gonna do a massive either charity shop run or Vinted. If it's got labels, I'll probably do it on Vinted, to be honest, because there's so much nice stuff that is such a shame. Christ. Right, my mum is here and we are here to decide on colours for this room. There are 3 that I know, well, there's definitely 2 that I know I can remove. And I wonder if we're in agreement.
3 I'm going to remove.
Okay, should I remove the 2 that I think?
Yeah.
And then you tell me if you agree. Goodbye. Those dot stickers were not good, by the way.
Oh, I know.
It was such a faff to put on. And this one. Out of these 3, what do you think we could remove?
The darkest one.
Do you reckon? That would just make this room too dark.
It'd make it really small.
Is yours still leaning towards the one that we thought before? Because I still love that.
Oh,
I think that's really warm. Pharaoh and Ball Lady used to put it next to a piece of white paper so you could see the undertones. I just think that's a bit warmer. Don't you think that's a bit ashy?
I think if you weren't doing the ceiling, I would say go for the darker one. I do like the darker one. I'm just a little concerned, I feel, that it might be... Oh, it does look a little bit wishy-washy, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think that's going to be a statement. You viewers at home cannot see it, but I really like the darker one. The other one's almost like grey-blue. It's too close to my office colour. And I think if we're going to go bold in here, let's freaking go bold. My office chair has arrived, and I wanted something that was aesthetic. Here it is. It's a big box. I wanted something that was aesthetic but also practical, so that I didn't get sciatica from like a chair. I've seen so many lovely like boucle office chairs, but my god, do they just look posy. I'm gonna be sat in this chair for like 12 hours a day. Like, it needs to support me. Fuck off. And there we have it. I mean, it's not the most aesthetic thing in the world. Oh yeah. Let me adjust it. Oh yeah, that's nice. Right, I'll be working here. Yeah, that's really comfy. It's a bit ugly, but I don't mind. Cute. Right, on to the next thing. So this is the living room. I'm not sure if you can remember what it looked like before, but it was just quite bare and empty in here. So we've built out the media wall. Obviously the TV's still covered at the moment. We've had the LED lights put in, the carpets are in. It is very cream and neutral in here. And we do have cream sofas coming, but we're hoping to put pops of colour with coffee table books and ornaments on the shelves, but kind of the base of it is neutral so that we can always add layers of colour if ever we want them. Yay! This is our kitchen. We have have not seen the island uncovered this entire renovation. The moment it was put in, it was covered and protected, but we've had a hob built in. It needs an absolute clean because it's so dusty. But we've had the hob built in with an extractor fan so that we can be cooking and entertaining. We've got our sink area, the ovens are in. We've gone for a double oven setup, so they're both single ovens next to each other. I know some people go for like a plate warmer and a microwave built in, but we're actually going to put a microwave in our pantry. The only thing we're waiting for is a fridge, so you're going to have to come back to see that another time. But this is our pantry cupboard that is literally my pride and joy. It's currently filled with builder's tools, but it will eventually be like a microwave coffee station, lots of lovely Kilner jars, and just basically everything my Pinterest board has always been. Now the gym hasn't had much progress in a really long time, but we've had the ceiling have a first coat of paint. We've had the wallpaper go in, which you can't really see, but it's got a concrete effect. So in person, it looks like concrete, which is really cool. And then, excuse the blue tape, but our flooring has gone in. Most of it is currently protected by this because we're finishing the paintworks, but we've got this gorgeous oak herringbone floor gone in. It's actually plastic coated, it's Antico, but it looks really realistic. Against the wallpaper, it's just really tied it all together, and these lights can be moved in any direction. They look a little bit like an alien invasion when they're all pointing down, but we got them to be directional so that if we're filming in here or working out, you can put them in any direction, dim them down, and yeah, it's just really coming together, which is so nice. Then the stairs still have the protective coating on them, but they look so smart. The main updates in the master, we have had our pendant light put in, which looks like a cloud. The radiator's gone in, the pipes just need to be painted the same colour as the walls. We've had our shutters fitted, which look gorgeous. Our side lights haven't yet been connected, but they're going to be either side of our bed. And this whole aesthetic is just gorgeous. I mean, ignore the dust on this door, but the wardrobes we've had built in kind of a U shape. And the most exciting part is the secret door into the bathroom. Now this is still a work in progress because there's a few things that need adjusting, but the his and hers mirrors have gone in. The gorgeous light feature, which emulates the fluted tiles, has gone in. I'm really sorry, I don't know how to change the lighting to focus properly, but it looks really pretty. Really chuffed with all the gold detailing there. And this is still a work in progress, so we're gonna have a shower screen on these tiles, and then that cupboard just needs to be painted in to match the rest of the tiles, but it is slowly coming together. Right, my angels, that is the end of the updates for today's episode. I really wasn't expecting this renovation to turn into my entire personality, and I thought it was going to be just like a 6-month stint, and I know obviously this is not the finished house vlog, but I am almost certain, I feel like I've been saying this for months, but I am almost certain the next video you see will be us moving back into our home and hopefully enjoying our brand new space. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you do, like I mentioned, if you do have any questions or queries or anything at all, please do leave me a comment and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But once again, thank you for spending your Saturday with me. I hope you are all well, and I'm sending you loads of love always. I aim to upload every Saturday morning. I have been a little bit chaotic because the time that I'd usually be editing has been spent managing things at the house recently, but moving forwards, I'm hoping to stay consistent with a Saturday upload. So I hope to see you all next Saturday, and I hope you have a wonderful week. I'll speak to you soon. Lots of love. Bye.